this individual who's near flawless? Well, it's the coach of this team. He has redefined himself so many times through the trials and tribulations he's faced in his life. Gears Esports did an episode on him. It's the one and only. It's great. The great coach of this Vanquish squad. Brother, it is an honor and a privilege to be doing this interview with you after 10, 15 years of knowing you. How you doing today, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling incredible, man. How are you?
Oh, doing great, dude. Doing amazing. It's awesome to see the way your team really rose from the ashes. Indicative of your story, obviously, and that's a story I think we've told throughout the broadcast. And you tweeted. I'll make sure to retweet that one again. But I want to talk about your team. I just asked Ryan, what makes this team so great? What makes this team have the potential to be a dynasty or a championship-winning team? I want to ask it from your perspective. What is it that makes this team so great?
Well, we're not doing anything really different. We're just doing more of it, right? So all of these teams slept on us all the way through the qualifiers, like Challenger Series qualifiers, week 1 through 5, 6. We were neck and neck with PK the whole time. We actually refused to practice against PK. This is a team that shows up 30 minutes late to practice, a team that will spend more than 20 minutes in between maps. And these are people that live together. It makes zero sense to me, like what they could possibly be doing. But at no point in time did we ever view them as a threat enough to even give them the time to practice them.
Damn, great. He's coming out swinging. This is why I love.
All right.
I love
I respect that. I respect that a lot.
It's a waste. It's a waste of everyone's time. It really is. And they
let me ask you
multiple
this.
times.
Do you feel complacency? Do you think that's complacency, Alex?
Laziness.
I think they definitely looked down on us, right? So, like, if we're going into the second map of a scrim and we've already been there for 90 minutes, that doesn't make any sense. And then when they want to start teabagging us, obviously we're gonna leave. This is not fun.
They teabag
Not professional.
Oh yeah, super unprofessional.
That's a daily basis thing in scrims. I've been there for coaching. Teabagging in scrims that's a daily basis.
Yeah.
Not productive though. It's true.
I agree. It's not productive. I actually used to have a rule on my teams. If we teabagged or Y button in scrims, I'd turn my Xbox off. Period. Blackjack taught me that one, Ribs. You remember Blackjack? But great. I want to ask you.
I like that.
100%. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of practice. You don't see someone teabagging in the middle of a football scrimmage, a 7-on-7 football scrimmage. Anyways, back on topic here. Great. That's interesting. That explains why Sam came out swinging with so much passion in his interview. I had no idea it was this personal. Obviously you talked about PK, but talk to me about the rest of the scene sleeping on you. I know Sam called out Ribs here. Sam called out a lot of people. Who else slept on you, and how did it make your team feel? What type of fuel did that give you coming into this tournament?
Everybody slept on us, right? Well, I personally don't think we needed to play through challengers, but the way the relegation worked out, we did, right? Let's see. They pulled Rep and I from PDHM. We kept the best 3 players from BQ, and then we picked up arguably one of the best and definitely smartest players in the game, Vital Sam. So when you take my coaching experience and ability and you take Vital Sam's IQ, right, you take the clutch aspects that Handles brings, right, you bring the other 3 players who do not miss shots ever, right? You have Reptilian, Precision, and A-Cells. They may have missed 2 shots in the last 4 months. Like I have no idea. And we're not really doing anything different. We just don't stop practicing. We don't stop working. And we go into every match as if we're playing rank 1 worldwide, like no matter what. Amazing. Nobody on my team is comfortable with losing. And when it happens, like we just put in a little more work than we had been prior to that. But
that sounds championship caliber, Ribs. You've been a part of 4 championship teams. That sounds dynasty championship caliber to me, Ribs. What question you got for Great?
I just love that process that you just explained, and it's not easy to have 5 players work together like that. Huge kudos to you. I just want to talk about, for one, your legacy. Great. Obviously, you coached me 11 years ago, and that was before coaching in Gears was even really a thing. You were kind of just part of the team.
I didn't really do a whole lot of anything, man.
I know, and obviously you've come a long way since then. And in that time, obviously you haven't been coaching throughout all of that. I just want to give you a huge shout out for your victory. You know, you'll always be on my side. And even though I do criticize the team and pretty often, I'm sure all of the players know that it's all just part of my job. And I do genuinely have to say congratulations.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, anything specifically as a coach that you think makes this team better? You guys improved so fast, right? There was a lot of improvement over the off season. Is it just the right pieces to the puzzle, or is it just the better passion and the love for the game that your team has?
I mean, the passion and love for the game are definitely there, but from a coaching perspective, it's not necessarily just coaching. Like, we all hold each other accountable, right? There's really I don't know what the right word is without saying it. I mean, there's no bullshit, right? Like, at no point in time do we tolerate like being late. We don't tolerate sleeping through things.
Wow.
We're not canceling scrims frequently, and when we do, like, there's a reason behind it. So
Wow. Great. I always say personally, and then Ryan, I want to have you ask a question, but just a quick comment on that. I always say personally, I wish I knew then what I know now. And I wish I could go back to competing with what I know now about being a professional and the fact that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, simply. And I know the UIU squad, when they were on top, they'd get a little complacent. Someones would sleep in and miss practices, so it says a lot about your approach. And I think that right there tells me why you guys are the best team in the game. It's not that you just picked up 5 freaks, because those 5 players were freaks before they were on Vanquish, but the dream team of Vanquish with Great as the coach makes sense. Ryan, what question do you have for him?
Yeah, I mean, one player I want to hear from Alex about is going to be a player that we don't talk about a lot, right? It's easy to get sometimes buried in the storylines when you have players like Precision and Acels. Tell me about Handles. Handles is one of those guys I see do so much on the map. By the way, he's a really, really hilarious person in general, but he's one of those guys when it comes to playing Gears of War that I see do so much on the map for his team. So he does the stuff that doesn't always get reflected in the stat sheet, doesn't always get reflected on the highlight clips, right? Tell me about what he brings to the table, and tell me about why he helps make guys like Precision and Acel's job so much easier.
Well, I mean, I think he pulled MVP in one of those maps against PK. But no, you're right. He definitely does fall in the shadow. But I think that he's our clutch factor, right? Like if we say Sean, stay alive, he will stay alive. He'll even take 2 or 3 people down with him. But as you said, like his character is unmatched. So
he's hilarious.
Yeah. What he does to our morale is insane. I can't even think of half of the things that ever come out of his mouth, and he just has us cracking up the entire time. I love Sean.
Amazing. So, last question I want to ask you from my end, and then Ribs and Ryan, I won't give you a chance to ask any more if you have any. But is this squad in general? I think you heard me right before we welcomed you into the interview about these dynasties that have existed, and you bring so much to this team that I hope it's appreciated. It sounds like it is. It sounds like they really respect you. But you bring the history, the knowledge of the greats and what they did to be great. Atmo and Infinity early on, the Insanes and how they were quad hosting and worked their way from the amateur bracket to be the best, and so on and so forth. The list continues. What are you going to do to make sure that Vanquish is the next dynasty, and maybe, just maybe, better than the Optic Gaming dynasty moving forward in Gears Esports?
If you think we're taking time off just because we won a championship, you are mistaken.
I love
it. We may take a few days off, but I'll be in the scrim chat next week, I promise.
Simple as that. So basically rinse and repeat, more of the same.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see how these updates play out. We have to see what competitive changes are coming. I guess we're still waiting on surveys, which is, I mean, we're in limbo. It's okay. So at least for another week, we'll be watching VOD, celebrating, definitely enjoying it. I do want to say to PK though, like, GGs. I mean, they were playing really hard all event. Like at no point in time would I say like we were definitively winning 10-0 or 10-1 or whatever it was, but I mean we definitely had the confidence.
You kind of did though. You kind of won 10-1 in the winners bracket finals.
I was gonna say.
I'm saying going into the match. I'm saying going into the match. Like we're confident, but like at no point was it like a guarantee.
Cocky or
right?
a guarantee. Yeah, makes sense.
But,
and they beat UIU. They came out swinging against UIU. You'd probably expected to fight UIU in the finals, right?
It would have been a closer match.
Ooh, I saw power.
I got something for you. So
Ribs.
speaking of confidence, with this team, I mean, this is a huge hypothetical. If we were at a LAN event right now, would this team be the same team? And if so, what gives you that confidence to say that they would without the track record of being a LAN team? And I'm just playing devil's advocate. All the kudos to the world. To the world to this team, but go ahead, Alex, answer that one.
Nerves are nerves. Yep.
I mean, this team may have not played on LAN, but our players have played on LAN.
Okay.
So it's not like Vital Sam would be walking out on the main stage with 0 LAN experience prior, right? Same with Handles. Rep did not, but that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Precision and Acels now that I think about it.
I think Acels has Precision. I don't know. Has he played on LAN before?
I personally think that it's only a buff for us.
Okay.
And this has not been proven, so this is pure speculation. But I mean, Ryan said it earlier. No one wants to play us. You watch Acels push these fights, and they run away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you still hold the controller the same way. You still put the same disc in the Xbox, right? So the teamwork's still going to be there. I think
Nerves,
you guys would be fantastic on LAN. I don't know. You have noise canceling headsets now and stuff. Like I think they'd be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, we can put an asterisk next to this, but it doesn't matter. Rank 1, baby.
Rank 1.
I don't care. The last 2 events when UIU won it, no
Same.
one put an asterisk next to it.
Exactly.
No asterisk.
What doesn't have an asterisk is the money hitting the bank account, right? That's what doesn't have an asterisk next to it. That number is absolutely real, and you guys won a big chunk of money. What I want to do real quick is kind of for my final question is something that kind of hits near and dear to me, honestly, is tell me about the passion this team has for the game, right? So I listened to Handles. He had like an interview about when they won the Astro Battles, and he just talked about the fact that this team, outside of scrimmages, outside of Pro League matches, play the game all the time. They love the game. They're constantly looking to play together, play with each other. There's a clear love for the game, a clear passion for the game, and I could really see it on the server in your guys' gameplay. Tell me a bit about sort of the work ethic behind them, the passion, the love for the game, and then take that a step further and kind of help educate some of the up-and-coming players out there to show them that this can be you too.
So while the money matters to everybody, obviously, especially that's why people play wagers in the first place, it's not, at least to most of my players, it's not about the money. I mean, obviously, you know, money keeps the lights on and makes the world go round, but they want to win. They want nothing more than to be number one, right? And they have it now, and I know for a fact they're not going to get complacent because I know they're very, very happy. They're very proud of themselves. I'm very proud of them. I know our org is very proud of them also. I just want to give a shout out to them. Thank you, Vanquish, for everything you've done. But
amazing.
At no point in time, we're not stopping.
Whew, that gets me excited. That actually gets me a little nervous because, you know, as much as the Optic Gaming Dynasty was awesome, I loved it. It's just like there's no other competition. Right now, who's the competition? Let's be honest. You guys handled everybody, Rise, everyone but UIU. So I'm just excited to see you beat UIU in Swiss, though, right?
Yeah, we lost the map, though.
Oh, okay. He lost a map. He's
One
mad
of
that
the
they lost
two maps they lost all weekend. So yeah, it was a
two maps all
perfect.
weekend.
I think it was
believe
3.
so.
But
Noble,
okay,
one against Noble.
okay.
Yeah.
Rise, Noble, UIU. That's insane.
Rise, Noble,
Wait, look,
UIU, yeah.
you talk about gratitude. You talk about how happy your team is right now. You talk about how proud you are of your team. And I think that's all so incredibly true. I just want to give a heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the entire talent team. Obviously, the three of us here, Fallout Ribs and Ryan, our casters, Reflections, Blaze, Jacob, MVPR, Colin. I know I speak for everyone when we say congratulations to you guys, man. You guys are a treat. Please be humble. We need some continued humility and pro player leaders that are going to help take us to the next level in Gears and get us back to that spot we need to get to. So I love the fact that these guys just love Gears as much as they do. And of course, you gave a shout to Vanquish. I want to give you a chance to give any other shout outs. Vanquish, they support Fortnite. They support a variety of games. Well, they're supporting Gears in a major way. They have for a long time. So thank you to Vanquish as well. But I want to ask you, where can people find your team, your squad? What shout outs do you have? Any final words?
I mean, outside of all my supporters, my family, my friends, like, thank you very much. But no, I got to give a shout out to all 5 players and our analysts, right? These are kids that I now consider to be my brothers, and I intentionally distance myself from my players because it can create weird personal dynamics with them. But like these guys have me cracking up all day. I mean, definitely got a lot closer than I historically have with my players. But yeah, Sean, Raul, Ethan, Sky, Sam, I love you guys.
He's getting choked up.
Thank you for bringing me my first championship, and I'm confident that we will have another one after this.
First championship for every single person on your squad. First championship in Gears Esports for Vanquish, at least. I'm not sure if they've won championships elsewhere, but a day of firsts, and something tells me it will not be a day of lasts. A heartfelt congratulations goes to the first time Gears Esports champion, the best team undisputed in Gears Esports. It's Vanquish Gaming, your Gears Esports Winter Major Champions, coached by the one and only Great. Great, it was a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Mama, we made it.
Congrats, brother.
Congrats, homie. Love you, buddy.